Good day. Happy World Cup start day. Amazing. World Cup starting today. Everything's cool. Life is good. Going to turn you around a little bit just so you get a little more light on my face. How are you doing today? Life is good, right? I mean, we're all excited. World Cup. The market's great, or at least bouncing back. We're all having some good fun out here. What I wanted to talk about really quickly was just shopping for a home. And how to go through that process. A lot of first-time buyers come to me and, they just have no idea what to do. Not even first-time buyers, long-time buyers, so people that haven't shopped for a home in a long, long time because they've been in their house for 40 years, 30 years, whatever. They just don't really know what to do and how to start. And really, this is just a brief little overview of where to start. Step one, come up with your criteria. What are you looking for in a new home? Some of the main features that you really, really want, some of the things that you might be willing to sacrifice in order to get some of the other things, for example. Those are the first most important things, and including criteria such as, like, for example, location. If you want to live in Heddon Forest or some specific area, we start there and we go from there. The other thing is make sure you get your budget done right away. That's actually probably step one more than anything. Let's figure out how much we can afford. If you don't know that, you can't go ahead. It's like having a road map, right? You can't go ahead if you can't get to where you're going unless you have that map, and that map includes a pre-approval from a qualified mortgage professional. Could be a broker, could be a bank, one or the other. You never know. Get somebody who you trust and know, or that your agent trusts and knows, to get in front of you and get that information to you, because with the new mortgage rule changes and some of the increases in the stress testing and so on and so forth, you just don't know what could end up happening for your mortgage, and we don't want to have any surprises later. You don't want to get all excited about something here, but you can really only afford this. Let's get all excited about all the things that are in the range that you can go for. The location is so important, and part of choosing that location might include schools. Just remember this: schools, shopping, public transit. If you have to walk to work, or if you got to take public transit to work and you don't have a car, think about those things before you even choose an area. Some areas are more accessible than others, right? Some families have special needs children or special needs family members, and maybe you need a wheelchair access and stuff like that, or wheelchair route for buses and things like that. So all of that is something to consider, and make sure you know that ahead of time. And ultimately, searching for a home is best done with a real estate salesperson. And the real reason why I say that is because how many times have I had people call me on my listings and say, Justin, I want to see this listing, but you got to slot me in here because I've got to see 5 other listings, and it just doesn't work out. And I go, well, who are you seeing the 5 other listings with? And they go, well, 5 other agents. And think about that for a second. You've spent, I don't know, an hour on the phone, 2 hours, who knows, calling these agents, trying to set up an appointment at a very specific time so that you can get all 5 booked in a row, and bang on the way you want them. And I'll be honest, I'm not sitting here waiting for you to call me just so I can go and show you a house whenever you so choose. Really blunt, really no sugarcoating that. I'm here doing my work, doing my job. I have other appointments on the go. When you call, I just can't drop everything. I'd love to be able to, don't get me wrong. If I had 6 of me, maybe I'd be able to do that. But ultimately, nobody's built that way, and nobody works that way, so it's impossible. So make sure that I would suggest, just go find an agent you trust. Go interview and find. They're going to work in your best interest. That's the whole point. Gone are the days when you think you can get a deal just because you go to that agent. You're not going to save the 2 or 2.5%, or even if you do, great, awesome. You've saved a small percentage on a whatever home. At the end of the day, the reality of life is that you want to have someone looking out for your best interests in this transaction, and that's why we're here. It's really important to go get that agent ready for you, and he can line up, or she can line up all those listings. Boom, 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 boom. Take you through, see all of them, get them done. It's way easier to make 1 phone call than 5. And then not only that, let's be honest, a lot of agents won't call you back. How many times, you think about this, stop for a second and think. You've picked up the phone and you've dialed a number for a real estate agent, had them paged, or the more popular, you've typed on the internet and you've sent an agent a message saying, hey, I'd love to go see your home this weekend. What's your availability? And then you don't hear back. How often does that happen? Probably more often than you think, or that, if you really think back, probably quite a few times, especially if you're looking on your own without an agent. You have your one agent, you make that call to that agent, he goes out, sets it all up, and gets it done no matter what. He's gonna call you back because he's contractually obligated to you, and he knows he's going to make money for you, so or she, and they're gonna bend over backwards for you. And at the end of the day, just remember, if you're purchasing a home, I've got some notes here. I'm just reading it. When you actually do buy the home, get a really thorough inspection done and know a good inspector, or get to know a good inspector, or if your agent has a great inspector they use, it's good to use the people that trust each other, right? Because they know they have an experience in the industry, someone with experience with the latest and greatest stuff that's continuously learning. Here's a little trick and tidbit, and this is not a slight on home inspectors, and if you're a home inspector, I'm not trying to diminish your profession, because I think my home inspector and the guys that I've used in the past have all been fantastic individuals that are very beneficial to the transactions that I've done. But if I want to become a home inspector, quite frankly, I could go into the local silk screening shop, print a t-shirt that says home inspector, put it on, and now start marketing myself as a home inspector. I don't even actually have to hey Jessica, I don't even actually have to go to the local silk screening shop. I could just literally put up my hand and say I'm a home inspector if I wanted to. I mean, I've seen enough homes personally, even me, and I've been in enough of them, and I've been in enough home inspections. I know a lot of what these guys talk about and what they look for, but that doesn't mean that I'm educating myself on the latest and greatest every single day like they do, or they should be doing. So make sure you find a really good home inspector to get that deal done. So that's all I got for today. Hey Jess, hey, how's it going over there downstairs? That's all I got for today, and hope you're all having a great day. And well, hey, who do I don't even know if I've got an Austrian background. I don't even know if Austria is in the World Cup. This is how horrible I am. I'm so busy. Don't know if Austria is in the World Cup. Go Austria, and to please my wife and her family, go England. Go Angleterre. Have a great day, folks. Bye.